So, I was looking for a dual-purpose adventure helmet. How I started? I literally googled the top 10 dual-purpose helmets that are the best value for money. This bad boy here was number one on that list. Now, I looked online and it looked pretty great, but I actually wanted to see this thing in person. So I went to one of my local motorcycle accessory stores and there it was. Now, at first, when I looked at it, I was like, wow, this thing is gigantic. And I was like, considering it's only 200 bucks, I mean, how good can it be? So I picked one up, and in store, when I was looking at it, I was so surprised because this thing is freaking amazing. For the money you pay, it's got everything. I mean, the build quality especially, like it's got better linings around here. The fabric is definitely good quality. You got a little bit of like a special sort of carbon fibery looking fabric here. The padding is amazing. It's like soft and it's not cheap. Definitely not polystyrene cheap. Like I've seen some cheap helmets where, this thing starts to peel off and stuff like that. But from initial reviews that I've read online, this thing is amazing. Comes with a double D rings, which I personally prefer because I just feel like they're more secure than the clicky bit ones. Now this bit here, the wind chain protector, I think it's called. This does come off, but in my case, I've actually permanently attached it to the helmet because I plugged in a GoPro mount down here. Because if you look at it, there are so many curves and angles on this thing, it's so hard to attach a GoPro at front. So I found out that this is the best place to pop a GoPro mount on. Other than that, this thing comes with, obviously, a normal visor, but then it also has a daytime sun visor. Now I have to admit, I'm not a big fan of this mechanism on the side. It's really hard to sort of spot when you're riding. Your hand tends to sort of go behind and look for it and you can't really find it. Plus it's a bit hard to sort of bring it back and forth if you're riding. So what I usually do is I just use my hand to sort of just pull this thing down. And it's great. Other than that, it's got heaps and heaps of air vents. So right at front here, this thing here, it goes up and down for the main air vent up front, like that. Then you also have, I think it is, right here, there we go. So you got one on this side, on the right hand side, and one on the left hand side. You got some mounts here. You also have an air vent on top that goes back and forth like that, right there. You also have one at the back, this bad boy here, you can just pull it down, just sort of like to have a proper flow of air going in and out. In terms of the weight, it's not super heavy, which is great, because for longer rides you don't want something that kind of breaks your neck. So this thing is going to be perfect. Build quality, it's quite sturdy, nothing squeaks. I mean, obviously this is probably the most flimsiest part of this thing, but this is great. I mean, you got the rubber front, so in case if you bump this thing into something, it doesn't crack with the first bump. So that's great, really thoughtful design there. Also, the screws here, you can just take them off if you want to replace your visor with like a, chromatic one and stuff like that. So overall, for 200 bucks, I am actually really impressed. So well done, Oneal. I would recommend this to actually go into a store because online, you can't really check the size. For example, when I was in store, even though it says medium here, and there was another helmet, same design, that was medium, this one kind of fits, it fits snuggier than the other one. It was a lot more snug, whereas the other one, which was the same size, by the way, was kind of loose. So I don't know if it was just wrong marking or it's, bad quality control. I don't know, but you have to go in the store to give this bad boy a go because you want to make sure it fits. Other than that, if you have any questions regarding the helmet, the internal padding actually, this thing comes off if you want to, sort of clean it and stuff. This padding actually comes out, which is great. Yeah, and I'm actually really happy for 200 bucks that I've paid. So if you have any questions about this helmet, or if you want me to cover some specific sections or anything like that, just leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Well, until next time, YouTube, adios.